Got a little bit of technical difficulties here with my camera. Hold on one second. There we go. Here we go. Hold on. I think everything else is working now. Salute to all the diehards. This is Die Hard Giants Live, and I am your host. I am Jarrell on IG and Twitter. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Like, whoever showed up in the chat, you always show up. I really appreciate it. Dwayne, Mega, Geraldine, Wonder Woman, all of you are admins now for Die Hard Giants. So if anybody come in the chat talking that riffraff, you get to block them from now on. So salute to y'all. You're a part of the Die Hard Giants family. You've been here since day one, and I appreciate y'all, man. So give me a thumbs up, someone, if they can hear me and see me and stuff, because I was having technical difficulties. That's what took so long to actually get on the screen. So hopefully everything is happening now. I'm reading that the audio is fine and the visual, but I'm not sure yet. Yeah, the Giants is winning, man. It's 14-9. Yeah, 14-9. Giants got the ball back on the kickoff. It was a fumble. The Giants is actually playing today. If anybody's listening in chat, give me a thumbs up or something if you can actually hear me and see me and stuff like that. Yeah, Mega. Yes, sir. We wrenching it up, right? That's what's up, man. Yeah, yeah, I should have been made you guys admins or moderators, I should say. Dwayne said I'm good, so that's what's up. Eru is working today, so he probably won't show up. Thank you, Mega. Got the thumbs up from Mega too. Steph, I haven't heard from Steph. I don't know what's up with her today. Andy's in the background watching the game, but it's really late in Poland. I'm not sure if he's going to be on camera or join the show today. So I might be solo today. So you might just hear my voice. Unfortunately, today I might be the only host. But let's get into some of these stats, man. The Giants are actually winning. I don't know how to feel about that. Might mess up our draft position. Tommy DeVito up there slinging it around the place. Let me get some of these stats going. All right, let me yeah, Giants is up 14-9. Let's get some individual stats. Tommy DeVito, 14 for 20. Let's give it up for Tommy DeVito for having a good game so far today. He deserves that. You know, even though we're a fan base that in our best interest to lose games, Tommy DeVito is not having any of that today. He's playing his heart out, 14 for 20, almost 200 yards in the air and 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 6 carries for -2 yards. As you can see, Washington is really packing it in, having 8 guys in the box. That's one of the reasons Tommy DeVito is actually able to throw the ball down the field today, because they know that, you know, in order for us to win, Saquon Barkley usually will have to be a key part to it. He hasn't done anything on the ground, but as you can see, he's done plenty in the air. 3 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown. He had another nice grab on the right-hand side of the field before that touchdown. So Saquon has been catching the ball today. Darius Slayton has had a huge first half, 82 yards, all 4 catches and a touchdown. Wendell Robinson and Isaiah Hodgins have been safety blankets for Tommy DeVito along with Daniel Bellinger. And Jalen Hyatt has been playing some snaps and actually got a ball and got a target for him too. So that's promising on a young rookie. Hopefully we can try to get him down the field in order to make a big play. On defense, Xavier McKinney leads everybody with 7 tackles, and Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau both have 1 sack. They haven't been able to block Dexter Lawrence all day. He's pretty much been in Sam Howell's face all afternoon, and they can't block Sexy Dexty. Let me see what the Commanders is doing. Sam Howell is only 13 for 18 for 115 yards, 1 interception. Washington has the ball now. It doesn't look like they might be doing much today. My defense has pretty much handled them all afternoon. Brian Robinson, who's a very good running back, I like him a lot. 10 carries for 43 yards, 4 carries a pop. Sam Howell, he's mobile, so he's going to get his rushing yards. And in the air, Logan Thomas has been the number one wide receiver, or number one receiver, period, even though Terry McLaurin has more catches, but he has less yards. I expect him to have a better second half. As I say that, I see Sam Howell scamper with a quarterback scramble on the left-hand side for a large gain. So, yeah, Sam Howell can move, man. Like he's one of those quarterbacks that usually a linebacker has to spy on him because he will take off and run. Very big athletic kid. Inexperienced when passing the ball, obviously, but they throw the ball so much in Washington that before this game started, I don't know if he's going to lead after today, but Sam Howell was actually leading the league in passing yards today, or this season so far. So, my guy Stafford, salute to Stafford in the place, man. Mark Williams, big brother, go ahead, yo. Like me and Stafford have an ongoing feud about me wanting to replace Mitchell Robinson a couple years ago when or last season, the last draft when the Knicks was in a way could replace Mitchell Robinson with a center in the first round. I wanted Jalen Duren, and Mark Williams was actually my second pick. But yeah, he's a little upset that I wanted Mitch replaced. But Mitchell Robinson is having a huge season for the Knicks. If we want to get into a little bit of Knicks talk today, I'm not hating on Mitch at all, man. He's having a big season. He's rebounding better. He's staying out of foul trouble, and I like Mitchell Robinson the way he's playing right now. So he's doing big things for us. Yeah, salute to Stafford in the chat. Huge Jets fan. I'm not sure what the Jets got going on today. I think they play at 4. I forgot who exactly they play, but yeah, salute to the Jets too. Dwayne got a question. Had a question, bro. Drake, Caleb, or Harrison? Who you got? So far, I've been watching a lot of North Carolina and USC games just for this question because I know we're going to pick high in the draft. So I watched both of them play yesterday, even though both of them were playing at the same time. I was switching back and forth between games. Drake May is looking really, really Giants-ish, if that makes sense. Like Drake May is the type of he's a big athletic kid. He looks like Daniel Jones out there, to be honest, or any type of like Eli Manning, about 6'4", 6'5", stays in the pocket, could athletic enough to get outside of the pocket and get some yards with his leg, but has a cannon for an arm. He makes good decisions. He's having a very good season at USC. I think they only lost UNC, I should say. I think they only lost 2 games. I think they're 9-2 now because they won yesterday against Clemson. And USC, when it comes to Caleb Williams, is different. It's hard to judge Caleb Williams right now because he's playing on a team that's not really good. He's obviously excellent. He won the Heisman Trophy last season. Got a lot of good yards and wins this year, but the defense isn't there, so they keep losing games because of the defense, but he's putting up big numbers still. So either or will be an upgrade from Daniel Jones for sure. But if I had my choice to pick right now, I might go Drake May. Last week, Josh was on the show and was talking about like the stereotypical quarterback or face of the franchise for the Giants. Drake May definitely fits the bill when it comes to that. If you want just a tall, big white boy that's athletic and can throw the ball, and his personality is a little subdued more than Caleb Williams, the Giants will pick them. If we're going to talk about what's stereotypically how the Giants pick. But yeah, if we do pick Caleb Williams instead of Drake May, I'm not upset at all. Like he has generational arm talent, and his decision making. He takes risks down the field. Just yesterday against UCLA, he had like a 75-yard touchdown moving to, moving to his right, throwing left, going across body. The ball traveled like 60 yards in the air, right into the basket of the wide receiver. He ran for like a 75-yard touchdown. So there's plays like that will make Caleb Williams the number one pick of the draft. But never know what's gonna what the future holds when us come to draft position. We winning the game now, so I was under the impression that we might lose every game for the rest of the season. We end up 2-15. I'm actually hoping that because of draft position. I'm tired of beating Washington for moral victories. This happened a few years ago when we had a chance to draft second in the draft, and we end up beating Washington, so we got the fourth pick. In hindsight, it worked out for us because we drafted Andrew Thomas, but at the time, we really, really needed a pass rusher, and Chase Young was the number one pick on our draft board, so we couldn't get him. Washington ended up getting him. Everybody knows how that ended up. They ended up trading him this season, a few weeks ago, and we still have Andrew Thomas, who is arguably one of the best left tackles in the league. So, it worked out for us, but at the time, I just stopped to see Sam Howell go for the end zone. It was incomplete pass, Logan Thomas. But yeah, like at the time, all we had to do was lose that game and we'll get the second pick. But just like in all Giants fashion, we had to win the game on like a last-second field goal, and we got the fourth pick. I was pissed off at the time because we really needed Chase Young. But in hindsight, it worked out well for us. I always said that when it comes to tanking, fans are the ones who tank. It's not the players. Like none of the players on the Giants are going to want to lose games. The coaching staff, like tanking comes from like an organization standpoint, like from the front office and fans. So us being a fan base of the Giants and want the highest draft pick as possible, we obviously do not want to win this game. But, if they win, it's not the end of the world. We still can have a high pick, even if we don't get the first pick of the draft. We probably will have a top 5 pick. So hopefully, if we end up at like 4 or 5, we'll have enough to move up a couple picks to get Drake May. We probably won't move up to 1 because that's a lot, regardless of where we're picking from originally. Say if we have the 3rd overall pick and want to go up to number 1, that's going to really cost us a lot. But hopefully we won't have to move up. Chicago will have 2 early picks because they have the Panthers pick. So if they have like 1 and 3 and we have 2, they'll get Caleb Williams, we'll get Drake May, and then they'll get like, Harrison Jr. at the 3rd pick. But, either one of those players will help the Giants out. Say if we do, a lot of people have asked me if we, like I understand with Dwayne's question, who do we pick between 2 quarterbacks and Marvin Harrison, right? I'm at the mindset that we're going to get at least one of those, so that's not really the question because all 3 of those players will help us. Obviously, the quarterbacks will help us more, right, because they're franchise quarterbacks. But my thing is, what happens if we draft like 6th or 5th where we can't get either one of those? So that's a huge question for me. That's why I kind of do want to lose these games being a fan looking ahead. But, you never know. The players are not going to want to lose these games. Like our defense is playing like, like the season is still up in the air. And if we keep winning, we'll make it to the playoffs. And Tommy DeVito is auditioning for his future NFL career. So he's not going to want to lose games either. So that's pretty much what sums up our draft position right now. But to answer your question, Dwayne, again, I would probably go for Drake May. But if I get either one of those players, I'm mad if we get Marvin Harrison because that means we missed out on a quarterback. But say if we do get Marvin Harrison, and if one of the higher ranked quarterbacks slips down to the end of the 1st round, we'll have enough to move back into the 1st round and get a quarterback in the late 1st round. Maybe Michael Penix Jr. I'm not a big fan of Bo Nix. I don't know if Shador Sanders is coming out. I don't think he is. Cam Ward from Washington State. Jalen, what's the guy from LSU? I mean, Jalen Daniels. He's having a monster year. He's somebody that we can target also. You'll see who our team likes during the draft process, and we might not even fall in love with Caleb Williams or Drake May. What if Daniels from LSU is our quarterback? So if that's the case, do you pick Daniels like in the top 5? Or do you draft Marvin Harrison and see if Daniels will slip a little bit and try to move back into the first round of draft? So that's the tricky part of being a GM and having draft position where you have it, and all of that is a big jigsaw puzzle until everything is in place when it comes to the draft order, and we'll know who we're picking obviously by the end of April, in the middle of May, or the beginning of May, I should say, when the draft is. Says Sanders in 25. See, are you willing to wait for that? Because say if Sanders is a high pick, right? That means we will have to be bad enough again next year in order to get Shador. I love Shador as a prospect. I think he's a very, very good quarterback. Colorado's struggles is not because of him. They have one of the worst offensive line in the nation. And I would expect us to have a bad offensive line because this is the first year of Deion coaching. You can't really expect him to have all of his recruits that he's supposed to have going forward. Colorado is going to be a very, very good team after this season. And Shador, I wouldn't go as far as saying maybe he's not generational, but if he does come out this year, if we don't get Caleb Williams or Drake May, I would gladly take Shador Sanders as a consolation prize if he comes out. But I don't think he's coming out. And like Dwayne said, it might be 25. I'm not sure if I'm willing to wait for him at 25 because even if we wait for him, there's no telling if we'll actually get him or not. Oh, he said that's when he's coming out. Yeah, I agree with that. Like he already said, or his dad at least said that him and Shiloh isn't coming out. They're gonna go for their senior years next year, but it's no telling, man. Like Shador might be tired of getting hit in Colorado. A big thing for him though is the NIL. He makes Shador Sanders makes more money than Tommy DeVito right now, and it's not even close. Like he's one of the highest earning NIL athletes in the country. So, if he I would definitely not be shocked if he doesn't come out. Like he almost shouldn't. Like I would advise him not to come out. Oh yeah, just saying that's when he's coming in the draft. Yeah, I agree. Like I don't think he'll come out this year. I don't think he should. Selfishly, I wish he would though, because I know we're gonna have a high draft pick, and the way we're playing now, like our team obviously isn't quitting. This game is still far from over. It's still in the middle of the third quarter, and we're up by 2 points. But Tommy DeVito was slinging that thing. Look, he just did a deep pass to Jalen Hyatt. He didn't connect, but I love the target. I'm glad they at least tested the defense going downfield. Jalen Hyatt is a star in the making. Sooner or later, I just looked at the replay. That ball should have been put in bounds and, kind of underthrown and threw out of bounds. So that's just, Tommy DeVito had a couple missed throws today. But for the most part, he's playing very, very well. He just holds the ball forever. I just saw him get sacked again. He doesn't have the anticipation of the routes, just like I was talking about like what Daniel Jones is lacking. Tommy DeVito is in the same boat. Like he just holds the ball way too long. Like he gets sacked. He's been getting sacked a lot. Part of that is because he's just holding the ball too long. It's not because the offensive line isn't doing their job. This time, this sack was a little bit of both. It doesn't look like he saw the blitz coming. And if you could, if you see the replay as they're showing it right now, it was 2 linebackers that blitzed at the same time, and he didn't see any of them. So, right now it's 3rd and 22. Sterling Shepard with a small gain to the right hand side. Giants are going to have to punt again. So it's not looking good. Might end up losing this game again, but we did fight hard. We was winning in the first half, and it is what it is, man. That's how pretty much this season is going for us. Not winning in the first half, but us falling apart in the second. I see Steph is watching the game in the background with me too, so she might pop on the screen soon. There's no telling. We'll see. Let me see what's going on. Update some of these stats. Tommy DeVito now 16 for 23 for over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Tommy DeVito, after all the crap a lot of us talked last weekend, whenever Tommy DeVito was on the field, you almost could tell he doesn't belong on the field sometimes. But if he gets over 300 yards on Washington today, hey man, they get paid too. Washington isn't a very good defense, but they're in the NFL, man. Tommy DeVito gets to tell everybody that he threw for over 300 yards in an NFL game. We're right in the middle of the season. This season counts, so that's a good mark on his resume going forward. Like, he's not going to be the franchise quarterback for us, obviously, but salute to Steph in the background. Just give me a thumbs up, Steph, whenever you're ready to pop on the screen. But yeah, Tommy DeVito is looking good, man. Nobody else is pretty much doing anything. Steph will be on the screen soon. She's still setting up. Oh, she good now. Hold on.
Oh,
Steph, what's good? You hear me?
I'm good. Can you hear and see me okay?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. Sorry about that. I went out with my fam and friends earlier, and at least they had the Giants on at the restaurant. I couldn't hear what was going on.
That's what's up. That's all right. Let me hold on. Let me get this off. Yeah, I think we good.
All right. Let me just move. Yeah.
Yeah. We good. What's up with the long name though? You got up
here.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
My mic, it must have been picking it up when I was testing. 1, 2, 3. Let me see how I can.
The crazy part is, like, people that don't know this program, it's called Melon. A lot of people use StreamYard, but this is called Melon, right? So when somebody comes in the backstage, it'll say like such and such joined. So usually it'll say Stephanie, aka Queen, has joined. But I'm up there talking to everybody. It was like Steph, aka Queen. Testing 1 2 3. testing 1 2.
I don't even see where I could change my name though.
Hold on. Let me see. No, it's a kick. I don't know.
Do I gotta come out and then come back in? Because I saw it when I came in, but I must not have noticed it.
I honestly have no idea. I never had to change anybody's name. And on yours, okay, here you go. I can change it. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm changing it right now.
Okay.
But that's funny. They were like, Stephanie, aka Queen. Where's the testing 1 2 3? Hold on, I think we good now.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, we good.
All right.
Your real name up there. Yeah, but salute, Steph. So you've been what? Did you check any of the first half? Because we was actually winning in the first half.
Well, I looked up from my bacalitos that I was.
Oh, that's what's up.
and I saw we got a turnover, but I wasn't sure if we scored on that down or the next down. Test 1 2 3. Right. I don't know if we scored on that possession of the ball or the next possession of the ball, but I did see that we got a takeaway early in the first quarter, and I saw the first touchdown. I didn't see the second one.
Okay, we actually got a couple takeaways today. They actually gave away the kickoff They got the ball at the start of the third quarter, and it was a fumble, and we recovered it.
Okay.
So other than that, it ain't that much to see here. I was going over Tommy DeVito's stats. He's actually having a pretty good day
I see
so
that.
far. Like he's on par to he might get over 300 yards today. He got 215 now. Sam Howell is leading the Commanders down the field now. It's 3rd and 2. They're only down 2, so this is a close game going into the fourth quarter. And we'll see, man. I was telling the chat that, even though we want to lose as a fan base, that, these players are still going to want to win the game. And these coaches, too. Like, these people are playing for jobs and stuff. Like, these are all resumes. These are all, all this goes on your game tape at the end of the season.
Right.
So these are all auditions still.
Which is why Saquon is playing, right? Probably because he doesn't. I mean, in addition to his competitiveness, he doesn't have a contract from next season, like you pointed out last week.
Mm-hmm. And he was actually he did nothing on the ground today, but through the air he caught a couple nice passes, and he's the one who actually scored the first touchdown.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's all good. He's the one who actually scored the first touchdown on like a wheel route coming out of the backfield on the right-hand side. Okay. It was a very nice pass and catch. And Darius Slayton is the one on a broken play. He was wide open. It was like a 40-yard throw for Tommy DeVito, and Darius Slayton scored the second touchdown. So Tommy DeVito has two nice touchdowns on 2 nice throws today. And it looks like Washington just fumbled the ball again. Oh. It's our ball. Look at that. See, Washington look like they tanking now.
And they what 4-5 or 5-4 coming in?
Something like that, yeah. Hold on, let me see. The records is up here. They're 4-6.
Okay, 4-6.
Yeah. So they haven't had a bye week either. They played all 10 of their games. So yeah, another fumble by the defense. That makes 3.
Yeah.
Jason Pinnock got started strong safety. He actually dropped interception that looked like it was going back for a pick 6. It hit him right in the chest. He was in full stride. He missed it so bad that he just went to the ground and just was pounding the ground.
Wow.
Because that's how much it was. Almost like Sam Howell threw it directly to him. Like it was a terrible pass. It almost looked like he was playing for Washington. And he dropped it. So we could have been winning by a lot more now. But, our offense is still our offense. This is our 3rd takeaway. So we'll see if we capitalize on it.
And you know what? It speaks to the players, but it speaks to the coaches as well. When basically your season is lost and you're still coming out every game and playing.
Word. Salute to everybody in the chat still watching. Steph, I made most of the people that usually end up coming with us in the chat. I made them all admins. Mods, I should say. Okay. So Dwayne, Mega, Wonder Woman, and Geraldine are all mods now.
Okay. That's what's up.
Salute to Stafford. Stafford came through earlier. I don't know if he's still watching. Yeah, he still came. Talk about Mark Williams.
Oh
he came in the chat just to talk about Mark Williams.
People kill me like when one of their favorite players start playing well.
Yeah, man. Mitchell
you gotta fall on the sword for everything you've said, even when they was a rookie.
Word. So now, but even when he came in, I still gave Mitch his props. I wasn't mad at anything. Mitch is playing well, man. He's doing exactly what we wanted him to do, Steph.
Correct.
Like all the stuff that we was nagging him about, be better at defensive rebounds, stop getting in foul trouble. I mean, just play smarter and but he's been balling.
Particularly if you're not going to give us anything on besides offensive rebounds, like.
Correct.
You need to be a demon defensively, and he's been that. Shout out to the chat, Dwayne, Mega, everybody else in the chat.
He said, "Yes, Queen, we wrenching around these YouTube streets." So I told her anytime somebody come in the chat start talking that riffraff, they can get them out of here. Come in here and talk about Daniel Jones is the future. Get him out of here. But y'all know not to just kick people out just cause. But yeah, people be on their nonsense sometimes. Saquon with his best run.
This.
See, Saquon Barkley, man. we got to pay Saquon Barkley. I'm not saying break the bank on him, but he's showing me something, man. He ain't got to do none of this.
But who we got? Where's the team going to be next season? Like, we're going to have a prize running back. What's the rest of the team going to look like?
Hopefully a rookie quarterback on the bench learning from other players. And in order for a rookie quarterback, right? Say if we do draft somebody like Caleb Williams or Drake May or another rookie quarterback, a best friend of a rookie quarterback could be a veteran running back.
I've heard that.
Like he can learn a lot from Saquon Barkley in the backfield at the same time, man. So that'll be huge for us. If I was a GM, I would try my best to keep Saquon Barkley. But if you're not going to pay him and you don't see him on the team in the future, just let him go. Don't franchise him again.
Right.
You already fractured the locker room enough. Like we're going to be coming off a terrible season. Either pay that man or let him go. I'm tired of stringing him along. Like we got to cut the cord on Saquon, one way or another. Salute to my guy Tony Crow, Nixon Bruises, nice for the algorithm. Yeah, hit them thumbs up.
That's right.
Yeah, salute to Tone, man. Tone will be watching no football like that. He just coming here to support. I respect that.
Let me give a like myself.
Right. Yo, I don't even think I liked it. Hold on. Let me give my like too. And I'm going to give it on the Die Hard Giants and my regular YouTube account. I keep on forgetting that I got two accounts. Because when I'm on here and I'll, type something in the chat, I usually just type it in as, Die Hard Giants. I don't ever put the Jarrell, my regular joint on here. Hold on. Let me give myself a like. Yeah, man, we well on our way. Got over 100 subscribers now. Just gained another one not too long ago.
Did you get a custom URL?
Yeah. I got it. So you got the regular Die Hard Giants now. So we cooking with gas now, Steph.
That's what's up. I remember when I got to my first 100 and I went and I had to and I changed the name from that 50 character letters they gave you. That's you on your way. You on your way.
Word. Salute, Tone. Salute. Yeah, man. I don't know what the Dwayne asked before you got here. Dwayne asked me a good question. Who would I pick between Caleb Williams, Drake May, or Marvin Harrison Jr.? And I went on a long thing about draft position and all that, but I pretty much said my number one quarterback right now is Drake May, not Caleb Williams. And it's not because of a talent thing. I'm just going by what, and I mentioned how Josh, salute to Josh, Uncle Folio, came to the stream last week and talk about what the Giants stereotypically picks as a quarterback: big, tall, white boy with a good arm and a little bit athletic. Eli Manning, Daniel Jones, so forth and so forth. I said for stereotypically it would be Drake May. He is the prototypical quarterback for the New York Giants if we're going to go that way.
Right. Oh, look at
Tommy DeVito.
DeVito might be in the mix.
See, look, Tommy, like I got to stay on this team, man, because Daniel Jones is still going to be on this team next year. We're not going to be able to get rid of him. But Tommy DeVito could still, latch on as the third quarterback if we draft another one. He'll probably be on the practice squad for the most part, but he'll be able to be called up anytime he's asked. So Tommy DeVito, this is a nice little audition tape for him.
I don't watch college football, but being that we might be in the mix for a quarterback, I think I'm gonna get the schools of the top quarterbacks and watch a few games. It might be too late. Is this because it's already the end of November?
Yeah, it's a little bit too late. I think they only got like one more game until bowl game.
Yeah.
I watched UNC Clemson yesterday with Drake May, and I watched USC UCLA. They was pretty much playing at the same time, and I was telling the chat that I was flipping back and forth.
Right.
Either one of those quarterbacks would be the starting quarterback for us going forward. But stereotypically, as they usually pick quarterbacks, or the owner Mara, John Mara picks quarterbacks. It would probably be Drake May if they had a choice. But if you're just going to go by just raw talent, Caleb Williams is more talented than Drake May is. I saw yesterday, I see Caleb Williams throw a 75-yard touchdown pass, like on a rope, right in the basket, like 60 yards in the air, moving at the same time across his body. Like he looked like Patrick Mahomes out there.
Wow. Shepard is in the game? Wow.
And actually made a couple plays too. But yeah, Caleb Williams is one of those generational type of arm talents. And, you know, Drake May, if he is picked ahead of him, it's because of, you know, like maybe his personality. It all depends on like the draft process of what team's gonna fall in love with either quarterback.
Right.
Tommy DeVito with a touchdown pass.
Right.
Saquon Barkley, his second one today.
The Panthers are 1-8, so we ain't the only one for the race to the bottom.
And they don't even have their first round pick.
Oh,
Chicago has their pick because they got Bryce Young. Remember, Chicago had the number one pick of the draft last year, and they traded it. So they might have 2 top 5 picks.
Wow.
And it looked like Carolina probably will have the first pick. So Chicago will have the first pick again. And then their pick is probably going to be in the top 5 too, depending on how the season goes. But yeah, Saquon, they're actually doing something that I really, really wanted Saquon or the coaching staff to do, is give him the ball in the air instead of just running him 30 times a game. He should have been doing this, and he's killing them out of the backfield.
But this was the reason, if I'm remembering correctly, when he was drafted. His versatility, blah, blah, blah. But if you're not using him that way.
Exactly. Saquon Barkley, his rookie year, he caught over 90 balls, I think. So he almost caught 100 receptions in his rookie year. So he's more than capable of doing that going forward. They just don't do it enough.
Right.
I kind of think that they don't want to do it now because it kind of ups his value more. The more catches he has, the more touchdown he has, the more money he should demand. So we'll see how that goes, though. So now that Tommy touchdown. Let's do another one. Let's get these stats going again. Tommy DeVito, 18 for 26 for 246 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's having the best game of his career by far. Saquon was -2 before this drive happened. So now he's back to 8 carries. He only has 8 carries for the day, so you could tell that they're not really running the ball that much. 8 carries for 35 yards, and Saquon got 2 touchdowns on 4 catches for almost 60 yards. So that's been pretty much our offense all day. Other than Darius Slayton had a huge first half. He had almost 100. All that is in the first half. The 4 catches for 82 yards and a touchdown. He actually dropped another one too. But he got hit though. But he got hit, and then the player hit him and the ball popped on the ground. He should have caught it, but yeah, it would have been a tough catch because he got hit. But yeah, it was another pass where we'd be like Butterfinger Slayton. Hold on. Hey Steph, when the next time the Knicks play?
Monday, tomorrow.
They play tomorrow?
Minnesota at 8:00 at Minnie. I don't know why I thought that was a home game.
In Minnesota. So they had a back-to-back, one off day and then back at it in Minnesota.
Yeah.
This schedule has been brutal so far this season.
Yeah. And then we're back home. We're off until Friday, and we play Miami at home.
Okay. On Friday. Okay. The day after Thanksgiving. All right. Because I forgot what the schedule was going to be this week. Okay. I do remember that your show, we're doing it on
Tuesday.
Yep, I do remember that.
Yeah.
It's already on my calendar. Saquon Barkley with 166 scrimmage yards per game and 4 touchdowns versus Washington. 4 career games versus Washington. He has to have more than 4 games. He's been hurt so much that he's only played Washington 4 times. We played him 2 times. Yeah, they played 2 times.
In his career?
Yeah, that don't make any sense. unless he was really hurt all those times. Unless I read it wrong, I thought I saw 4 career games. He averages 166 yards on them. Yeah, but Tommy DeVito is dealing today. People, I'm shocked at this. I mean, Washington's defense isn't really that good anyway, but still, I expect Tommy to play this well.
Yeah, me either.
So now it's Sam Howell's turn. Nice little short pass to the tight end for a 7-yard gain. I was telling people in the chat earlier that Sam Howell is a big, strong young kid that runs a lot. But we already saw him before earlier this season, so we should already know how to defend him. Washington, on the other hand, do not know how to defend Tommy DeVito. It looks like because we had Tyrod Taylor the first time we played. At least I think. I forgot we didn't have so many people at quarterback this year. So 2nd and 3, Brian Robinson with a nice hard run for a first down. Now, Steph, how upset are you if we win this game?
I just feel like it's a win-win. I feel like if we win, that's great. If we lose, it's good too. Because we'll get better, draft position. But I'm not going to be mad at a win.
Yeah, Dwayne said Tommy D's shocking the world. He's definitely shocking me. Well, for me, I want us to lose. Because if we win this game, don't get me wrong, I don't believe in moral victories. I hated the fact that oh, look at this. Okay. I hated the fact that this happened to us before. I was telling the chat like the
Chase Young year.
Yes,
exactly. I remember that. That.
Whoever loses this game gets Chase Young. That was pretty much what it was. And we end up winning the game. But I told him in hindsight, we got Andrew Thomas.
Right.
And he's arguably one of the best left tackles in the game. So it worked out for us. But at the time, nah. Like at the time, I was pissed. I was hot. We had no business winning that game. It was for nothing.
Nice.
Yeah, it was for nothing. And
I remember that clearly.
Daniel Jones went off too. He looked like he was going to be the future.
He looked like he was like, I don't want Chase Young.
He was like, we don't need no Chase Young. I need a tackle. So he threw for like 5 touchdowns that day. Like Daniel Jones looked like Joe Montana. It was the best to this day. It was the best game of his career. So that's saying something. And that was 3 years ago. No, 4 years ago. Damn. Yeah. Because Andrew Thomas just signed his 5th-year extension, and Chase Young, instead of them giving him an extension, they didn't sign him. They traded him to the 49ers. Look at this trash that Sam Howell just put up. What is that?
Florida.
Sam Howell just threw up a damn punt return. Yeah, it looked like Washington is tanking just like we supposed to be. That don't make no sense.
Gerald, do you have the what's the lottery like? Where are we? What's our draft position right now?
Currently, I believe either second or first. The first is Carolina, but I think we're second though.
Really? Even Chicago?
Yeah, we're better than Chicago. I mean, we're worse than Chicago. They have more wins than we do.
And they didn't get off to a good start either.
And I think by percentages, when it comes to schedule, they actually said we have a slightly higher chance to get the number 1 pick. Like I think we're like at 39%, and the Panthers was like at 36 or something like that.
So if we win, do we still stay 2?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, and then we gotta lose. I know. I hate saying that. Man.
Right. Let me see the
because
standings.
when it came to the Knicks, I remember, what was it, 2 years ago? I was getting on people. Like, what do you mean? That's not what the sport is about. You can't just go out there. Oh my God. Right.
Yeah, the Patriots are 2-8 also. So the Patriots. Yep, the Titans are 3-6, and the Patriots are 2-8. We're 2-8. The Cardinals are 2-8 also. The Bears are 3-7, and the Panthers are 1-8. So if we win this game, obviously we'll have 3 wins, and the teams that'll be worse than us is the Panthers, the Cardinals, and the Patriots, and that's it. So that's what I was telling the chat, man. Like, it's no foregone conclusion that we're going to get Caleb Williams or Drake May. Not yet.
Right.
Like, we have to lose these games in order for us to be in the franchise quarterback situation.
Right.
So,
Chicago probably won't take a quarterback, right?
If they pick number 1, they probably pick a Caleb Williams over who's quarterback now?
Young, you said? Bryce.
Not Bryce Young. Bryce Young played for the Panthers for Chicago.
Oh, they Justin. Is it Justin Fields?
Yes. Thank you, Justin Fields.
Okay.
They're picking Caleb Williams over Justin Fields, and I would too.
Okay.
I would pick Drake May over Justin Fields also. I would pick one. I would pick one of them and trade him.
They may trade for Justin Fields.
Yeah, they traded for us because we had that pick, and that's why we had 2 first-round picks last year.
Right.
They got Justin Fields. We got their first-round pick, and that's why we got Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal at 4 at 5 and 7.
Okay.
That was Chicago's pick.
Okay, so Justin Fields was just a rookie. It's just a rookie.
No, this is his second year. That trade happened the year before.
Year before, okay.
That's why we got the 2 first-round picks last year. So this is his what? This is his 3rd season.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, if I was them, I'll trade Justin Fields and get Caleb Williams or Drake May.
Right.
I think they are higher prospects than he is. And for them, it will restart the quarterback clock again.
Right.
Even though Justin Fields is on his rookie contract, like in a couple years, is coming up soon. So I would trade him. So yeah, like the Patriots is worse than us. They can draft one of them. Who else did I say?
The Patriots, the Panthers, Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
There was a few of them.
Patriots, Chicago, and the Cardinals. The Cardinals have Kyler Murray. He's just coming off an ACL injury too. They could trade him and get Drake May or Caleb Williams also.
Now you would do that for you. What's his name you just said? Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at Saquon Barkley being Saquon. Man. Good run by Saquon Barkley. Wow. Till he gassed too. But yeah, Kyler Murray, he's just coming off an ACL tear. So he's just now coming back after being hurt last season. And plus, there are reports coming out of their locker room that he isn't the most committed franchise quarterback. Like, he has all the talent, but a lot of times he won't be the first person in, last person out. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're going to be a franchise quarterback, they usually want you to be that type of person, and he doesn't seem like he's that type of person. So if I was them, I'd probably trade him too. Wow. But him and Fields are both talented, though.
Yeah, restart the clock and get some draft capital, right? If you trade
Correct. Yeah, the Panthers are playing Dallas, so they're going to lose that game. So Chicago is most likely going to have the first pick again. So, if I was them, I would definitely think that they're going to trade Justin Fields and get a quarterback again, because they're going to have 2 top 5 picks, and they could still get their franchise quarterback and Marvin Harrison Jr., who I think is the best player in this draft, regardless of position. But if you're somebody like us, we can't draft Marvin Harrison Jr. without drafting a quarterback first. That doesn't make any sense. Even though he's a better player, that doesn't make sense at all. Like, if we're in that position to draft a quarterback, we have to. Or that'll be like some Dave Gettleman type stuff.
Yeah, there was few years back, I forget what draft it was when I thought we should have went. I wasn't ever that sold on Daniel Jones, where I
Mhm.
was like, I think we had a top 5 pick. I forgot what class it was. I was like, I think we should get a quarterback. Everybody was like,
Mm.
no, but we just got Daniel Jones. It's only been, I don't know, maybe 2 years or something like this.
Yeah.
I was
Shoot,
like,
before that, when we had Eli Manning on his last leg, we drafted Saquon at 2. We passed up on like Lamar Jackson. We passed up on um, Josh Allen. We passed up on like 3 or 4 quarterbacks that are franchise quarterbacks for their team right now.
yes. What
But
was the draft with the guy from? Oh man, he's doing really well. Was it Clemson? Might not have been. I don't know.
Deshaun Watson,
No, not Deshaun Watson.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. That draft.
Yeah, he was the first pick.
We wouldn't have got the first pick though, but it was that draft.
Zach Wilson was second. That pick that was
I don't
3
think it
years
was.
ago.
Mm,
So who
I
did
thought
we
there
get?
was more better quarterbacks coming out.
Oh, they was
Whatever
1 and
year it
2.
was, I was like, if we could get a franchise quarterback, I think we need that. No, we got Daniel Jones is gonna be fine.
We got Daniel Jones. Yeah, I forgot who came out that year after that though, because it was definitely Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. Because
We had the 5th pick that year.
nah, we had
So
the
then
first.
maybe what?
We had the 5th pick last year. That was Kayvon Thibodeau.
I don't think it was last year's draft.
'Cause
But
we
anyway,
we picked Kayvon 5 and Evan Neal 7. But yeah, I believe it was a couple years quarterbacks came out and you just see him go off the board and be like, well,
I was like, we should have.
we got who we got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, we got Saquon at 2. I was so hot. I was so mad, but I like him coming out of college. Saquon Barkley was one of the highest ranked running backs I've ever seen coming out of college, at least in our lifetime.
Right.
He still shouldn't have been no damn New York Giant, though.
Right.
We had no business drafting any good running back over a quarterback that year.
Right.
And
you know what? Okay, I had finished.
I was just about to say the year before that, whenever Patrick Mahomes came out, Ben McAdoo, who was our coach at the time, wanted to draft Pat Mahomes, but ownership probably, I think they told me they didn't want to trade up to get him, and we ended up giving like Davis Webb in the 3rd round.
Oh my God, I remember that.
and Ben McAdoo, the dude that everybody hated and wanted gone, wanted to draft Pat Mahomes, and we could have.
Right.
We decided not to. Kansas City traded up to get Pat Mahomes. We ended up not getting a quarterback and waiting to the 3rd round to get Davis Webb.
Yeah.
I remember that shit like it was yesterday, Steph.
Yesterday, yeah, no doubt about it. And to Josh's point now, Josh, who was on with us last week, Uncle Fulio, how much did that conservative stance
exactly
led to us drafting David? I was like, who?
Right. Exactly.
I was like,
exactly. That's what I was telling Dwayne. He was asking me who would I want, Caleb Williams or Drake May. Stereotypically, they're going to pick Drake May.
Right.
He looks like he should be the quarterback for the New York Giants. Caleb Williams doesn't.
Right.
So, but we'll see. We'll see how much, the stereotypical stuff, because this is a new regime. Joe Shane is a lot younger than, David Gettleman, and he has a new school mentality when it comes to a lot of stuff. So, we'll see how much ownership comes into play when it comes to drafting Caleb Williams over Drake May.
Right.
But Drake May is so good, regardless of the stereotypical stuff, he still could be picked over Caleb Williams because he's really that good.
Right.
But it's just the optics of it doesn't look good for that. Yeah, Dwayne's typical New York. Yep. Josh said when Tyrod Taylor won that game, it was the first time a black quarterback won a game in a New York Giants jersey. That's nuts, being that we're one of the oldest franchises in the league. Like, we was here when the NFL started. So they
So
have
we
our
did
first.
have black quarterbacks start though. They just didn't win. But
It was only a couple though. The first black quarterback to start a game for us, Steph, I think was when Geno Smith,
what?
when Ben McAdoo benched Eli, and that's part of the reason he lost his job. He benched Eli for Geno Smith. I think Geno Smith might have been the first black quarterback to start a game. He just didn't win that game.
What?
Tyrod Taylor was the first person to win one, and that was this season.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't remember starting a black quarterback other than Geno Smith. We had Josh Johnson one time. I don't think he started though, but he definitely played. He came into the game. But that's how little of that situation has happened because I remember it.
Wow.
And them saying it. That's how little black quarterbacks has had snaps as a New York Giant. Look at Brian Robinson. All right, so it's 4 minutes left. This game is almost over. They're down 2 scores. So we're probably going to win this game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But hey, man, how mad could you be? You know, I am a little mad because the draft position, a lot of people will like these type of wins. How many times can we beat Washington for no reason?
Right.
Just to mess up our draft position. Like how many like why I don't understand why people love these wins just because they're in our division. They think of it as like a rivalry game or something.
Right.
I don't give a damn about that. Like neither team is going anywhere. Like I could even see if they were like going to the playoffs and if we beat them, they don't go.
Right.
You know, from a fan perspective. But yeah, if we win and they lose, nothing happens. Both teams still suck and just have to play next week again.
Right.
So this is it's not a bad win. There's no such thing as a bad win, but from a fan perspective, you didn't want to see this today. You didn't want to see this today at all. Like whoever says that, yeah, we should beat Washington I don't know if they really, I don't know what they're thinking about. Like we're 2-8. This season is over.
But like, how do you? Because we always talk about if you're going to try to lose, it has to start at the top. Mm-hmm. How do they do that? We already on our third string quarterback. So
that's just how bad Washington is. That's how bad Washington is. They traded Leonard Williams. That's how you do that. They should have traded somebody else. They should have traded Saquon, Xavier McKinney. Mm-hmm. They could have did a couple more trades. They didn't do enough at the trade deadline to tank.
You just figure you on your third string quarter. He just walked in off the street. I mean, he was that would be enough, but apparently,
right.
Apparently not, because when we won that game to Washington in the Chase Young draft, then we have an opportunity to start our third string, and we started Daniel Jones or the second string.
Yeah,
started Daniel Jones.
Yeah, because I think we started Daniel Jones even though we didn't have to.
Right.
But we started him anyway just to get him a look, and he ended up having the game in his life. Then on the flip side, wasn't that the year?
Manning was still playing then.
Yes.
Daniel Jones was second string, and then Webb was third. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was Daniel Jones not Daniel Jones, Eli's last season.
Right.
So, he had already got benched for Daniel Jones.
Okay.
So they could have started. They didn't have to start either one of them, though.
Right.
To the same point that when was that the year that Philly put their backup quarterback in to lose that game so it'll keep us out of the playoffs? You remember that?
I don't remember that.
It was they had played Jalen Hurts. I think it was his rookie season. They were winning the game. If they would have lost, though, it would have kept the Giants out of the playoffs, and they was playing Washington. So if Washington wins, they go to the playoffs instead of us.
Right.
So instead of keeping Jalen Hurts in, they took him out, put in Nate Sudfeld, lost the game on purpose. So the Redskins at the time, they will go to the playoffs instead of us.
Right. I think I remember that.
That was like Nick Sirianni's first season, and Jalen Hurts was a rookie. Since then, I've hated Nick Sirianni's guts. So, and I already hate the Eagles anyway, but just him specifically. And then the explanation they gave, because obviously what happened. Like everybody knew that's why they did it.
Mhm.
His reply to that was, "Yeah, we just wanted to see what Nate Sudfeld had
Mm.
at the last game of the season
Mm.
in a meaningless game. They could have just won, and we would have went to the playoffs that year." Kayvon Thibodeau with a bad personal foul. Can't hit a quarterback in the head. Hit a quarterback in the head while he was throwing the ball. So that's a penalty 10 times out of 10, Kayvon. You can't even argue that.
Right. I haven't been following the stats. I know Dexter Lawrence is doing well. How's Thibodeau doing on the year?
Thibodeau on the year is not that bad at all. He's like top 10 in sacks.
Okay. Okay.
And today he has 1 sack. Let me get hold on. Let me refresh this. Xavier McKinney leads everybody with 12 tackles. Bobby Okereke has 11. Dexter Lawrence, Sexy Dexy has 1 sack. Kayvon Thibodeau has 2 sacks today.
Oh,
And
wow.
he had a couple nice tackles behind the line of scrimmage today. So he kills Washington every time he plays them. He killed them last year, and in the 2 games that he had this year, he always plays Washington well in the 2 seasons. Oh, they fumbled again?
I don't know who recovered though.
Oh, we got that. Oh no, I don't know. I can't tell who got it now, but yeah, Bobby Okereke with a huge play again, knocking the ball out of Brian Robinson's hands. Oh, Washington got the ball though, Steph. Look at that. Out of all those people that was there, Sam Howell, end zone, touchdown, Josh Dotson.
Hold up now. We said they might have the game right now. That's 12.
Yeah, so it might be
18.
Yeah, they was down 2 scores, so they definitely need another touchdown. It's over 2 minutes left. I don't know how many timeouts they have.
Yeah,
but it might either be an onside kick or the Giants, offense isn't that good, so they might just kick it and try to, have them punt. But yeah, this game is not over.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody got all 3 timeouts left. So this game might not end for another hour. Like they got both teams got all 3 timeouts left, and it's a 2-minute warning timeout. So this game is far from over unless we turn them over. We need a turnover because we about to get the ball. Unless some miracle happens, unless we got to get like a couple first downs in order for win. Not turnover. I'm sorry, we're on offense, but we need a couple first downs. Look, Mega with the eyes. Everybody like lose this game. So we'll see. Giants scored 10 points in the 4th quarter. That's the most points in a quarter we've scored since the Arizona game in week 2, I believe. And 24 points. When the last time we scored 24? I don't think we scored 24 all season, except for that Arizona game. I think.
Right, and a few games combined.
It's crazy. It's funny because you're right. Depending on what, Dallas, the 2 Dallas games we didn't score 24 points. 0 and 17.
All right. I'm dog sitting. Let me let my dog out.
Okay.
Crying. Oh.
Yeah, so salute to the chat. Everybody's still rocking with us. A little over 2 minutes left. Yeah, man, we all know we want to lose this game, but Giants got other plans, man. They still fighting for their lives. Fighting for checks.
Basically.
Yep, they still fight for checks, which I can't even hate. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was a player, I wouldn't be wanting to lose either. I'd be playing my hardest to win this game. But as a fan, this is excruciating. So we're up 5 points. We got the ball. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. Tommy DeVito on the center. Cage your emotions. Saquon with a 2-yard
timeout. Watch.
Well, no, not Well,
No?
yeah, they should because they have another
Mhm.
natural timeout with the 2 minute warning. Like if it's another run, they should call another timeout.
Mhm.
So unless Saquon breaks one, Tommy DeVito is going to have to put the ball in the air at least once. We just, for his sake, it better not be an interception. Don't have no game like this and it ended like that.
Right. Yeah.
Even if we lose this game, honestly, if you lose it like that, that's crushing. All right. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left. Tommy DeVito. Pitch to Saquon on the right-hand side.
Timeout.
They jam it up. Loss of one. Timeout again.
Wow.
For Washington. They'll have one timeout left. There's 2:05 left. So depending on how fast this play is, they can, well, no. If it was me, I'll just let it go to 2 minutes and just
Right.
have that as a natural timeout. And if I'm on offense, I have a timeout left.
Right.
So I wouldn't call a timeout after this, regardless of what the play is.
What are your thoughts? You think that the Giants are playing conservative, or do you think they should play conservative?
Yes, they should play conservative because Tommy DeVito is our quarterback. I know he's having a good game, but he can definitely change everything with one play.
Right.
He's not good enough to not have that bad play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust him enough at all.
To air it out.
He's in the shotgun. It's going to air it out. Throw that thing away, or he's going to get sacked. Look.
Throw it away.
Just don't fumble the ball. What if he would have fumbled?
Because you saw how he went down, right? They dragged his arm.
Yep. What if he would have fumbled? That's all. Like, you got to get down, man. Up there trying to run for the first, just so somebody could pop you and the ball fly in the air. I've seen that way too many times. But no, get down. But it looks like the Redskins, I keep calling them that. The Washington Commanders will have the ball with one timeout left. The Giants is about to punt. Of course.
Yeah.
What if we lose a game like this, though? Do you care how we lose?
Yeah.
What if it's the last play of the game, Hail Mary, we lose?
I know.
See that maybe I'm psycho. I would be like, yes. Maybe I'm like, I don't care about that. I mean, because
how it happened. I just need you to lose.
Yeah, I don't care how it happened, man. Like, it could be, on a penalty, and they get the ball on the 1 yard line and score a touchdown. We might lose, but at the end of the day, to me, it just helps with the future, man. I'm not thinking about the present at all going forward this season.
I understand.
Or like if I want to win a game, well, see, it would have to be somebody that I hate more than Washington, like the Eagles. Like, we already lost to Dallas twice. Obviously Washington is a rival too, but I don't hate them like I hate the Eagles.
Right.
I still would rather lose to the Eagles than have a worse draft position, though. I think maybe because I'm thinking about for us to move up to get a quarterback if we're in the top 5, the further you're down, if you want to move up, the harder it's going to be.
Yeah.
Nobody wants.
Yeah.
For every position that we go down, think about you have to give up another first round pick. So we're drafting 5 and want to move up to 2. Might have to give up like 3 first round picks, 2 seconds. You never know. Like,
right, yeah.
That's tough, man. Kareem said he loathes the Beagles. See, me and Kareem get it a lot, man. We both live in the Philadelphia area, so as much as I hear Eagles fans talk in the season that we're having now, been rough. The staff said we need a Giants win Big Blue. I don't know if he hating or not.
Right. You trolling staff,
right? Because winning isn't a good thing for us right now. You picked the wrong time to say that we need a win. Oh, Dwayne out. He said his 6-year-old granddaughter wanted to help him bake cookies. That's what's up. Dwayne. Bake your cookies, man. I respect that. Salute, Dwayne. We'll see you next week. I know you're going to be here.
The week after, we got a bye, right? No?
Hold on. I don't know. Let me check. Double check that before I give out wrong information.
Joe Theismann. Wow.
Joe looking good. He old as hell. John Riggins, he's so old, he got a cowboy hat on. And he don't live in Texas. He in Washington, D.C. with that cowboy hat on. That's crazy. We play on the 26th. So no, we do play next Sunday.
You play next Sunday? Okay.
Is after that, we don't play again until December 11th. So we got one more game. We played the Patriots, and then I'm guessing our bye week is week 13.
Gotcha.
Sam Howell got to score a touchdown. Field goal wouldn't be good enough. Got to march down the field. Let's see what we got going. So they're the most delusional fans ever talk about the Eagles. Yeah, man. Step the way the Eagles fans talk about their team, you would think that they win the Super Bowl damn near every season. They got one their whole entire existence. And we got 4. They be talking to us like we got 4 Super Bowls that they won. You can't tell them nothing though. Sam Howell still dealing. A little over a minute and a half left. Washington don't seem like they're in a hurry.
Right. These little come on. It's like the Giants dropped the ball. Come on.
Right. Like, how you drop that?
Let me let my dog back in.
All right. See what the Giants be doing to us, man. We up there praying for losses. That's where we at as a fan base. Sam Howell, look at that. That looked like an interception, but it's a flag. It's a flag. That's rookie Trey Hawkins, who was having a pretty good game. Yep. Trey Hawkins with the pass interference. That was a nice pickoff, though. Hold on, let me see this thing, and they showing the replay now. Yeah, he caught him with the double move. Yeah, that's a flag, Trey. But look at that though. Oh, and the ball hit the ground anyway. Like that wasn't even his. Yeah, what you arguing for? he held him and he dropped the ball. Shut up and go back to the. He a rookie. But yeah, you can't do that. Not after 5 yards. Sam Howell dropped. What is that? Like he threw that away on purpose. Sam Howell got to remember he got to use his legs. Look at me rooting for Washington.
But right. Now, is he their backup quarter? He's been their quarterback all season.
Yeah, he leads. I was telling people in the chat, Sam Howell leads the league in passing yards.
Wow.
I think they lead by attempts too. Like Eric Bieniemy, he became the offensive coordinator over there. They pass a lot more than they run. Right now, that's why Brian Robinson isn't having the season that he could be having because he's a good running back. But yeah, Sam Howell, before the game started today, he was leading the league in passing yards. I don't know about now, though.
Right. I mean, that was part of him taking the job, right? To prove that he can.
Right. Mm-hmm. Prove that he could do it because they're in the same boat that we are. Like he's their Daniel Jones, if that makes sense. Even though he's a lot younger, though. Like I think this is Sam Howell's second year. Right. So. His second season, he's playing a hell of a lot better than Daniel Jones did. So they're still up in the air whether they're going to draft a quarterback in the first round next year. Because he just does. I don't know. He still makes rookie mistakes because he didn't play that much last season as a rookie. So you could tell he still makes a lot of mistakes a rookie would make. Like he holds the ball entirely too long still, but he's been balling. So like it depends. Like he'll have an off game, then he'll look like a franchise quarterback the next game, and then look like a bum the game after that. Like he's not consistent enough, but he does lead the league in passing yards. But I also think he leads the leagues by being the most sacked quarterback in the league too. I think. So they're in our territory at least. Oh, that's a first down. They just needed a yard.
Field goal won't do, so they gotta.
Right. I don't think they're gonna do it. And I'm gonna take this off. Just so there won't be any spoilers. I know people in the chat probably a little ahead of us if they're watching it on TV. But I want us to at least look at the win or the loss in real time. That flag on. Is that holding? I know it's a flag on the Giants. Oh, no. Well, if it's a false start on the offense, what they was talking to Ron Rivera for?
Right.
Seems like you'd be talking to Brian Dable. Or not a coach at all, because that's not, I don't think that's a penalty that you can, false start is not a penalty you can decline, I don't think. Like they have to take that 5 yards. Oh, I'm thinking because they call it a timeout. So what do they call a timeout for? Maybe that's why they was talking to Ron Rivera. What do you call a timeout for on a penalty? The clock stops anyway. That's dumb. Why would you stop the clock? If the clock stops anyway, you need that. Could have used that timeout. So Washington doesn't have any more timeouts. Giants have 2. Ball on the 48-yard line. Sam Howell steps up. I told you he holds the ball. Oh, look at that. Picked off.
At that.
Giants win. Isaiah Simmons looks like a pick 6. Outran a fat man. Touchdown Giants. We can put that back up here. Sam Howell throws a pick 6. Giants win, get their 3rd win of the season. Sam Howell looks in disbelief. I don't know if that was because of Washington or us winning the game.
I think that's us winning the game.
We'll just put up 30 points on Washington for no reason. the best game we had all season. I know Washington fans is mad as hell losing this game like this. Big win, big blue. Salute the Stafford, man. Well. That is the game. Look at salute to Andy for polling. He stayed up to watch this match. He said this is hilarious. Out of all this time, because Andy was watching it with us in the background over here. He's just not on camera. But look, this is hilarious. The fact that we won this game.
Right.
And guess what, people? Our next game is against the Patriots, who are 2-8 as well. Right. So we might win again. So we're looking at maybe 4-13. That might get us
capital to get a quarterback now.
Right. So for everyone who, care about beating Washington, now you just might have to give up a couple more first-round picks in order to get that quarterback. If they'll let you move up. Well, like, depending on who's up there, they might not want you to get Drake May.
Right.
They might pick Drake May themselves.
Right. This was a tough catch, right? They didn't throw it right to him, right?
Nah.
I think he had to turn around or something.
That was a terrible pass. But he felt like he had to give it up because, he was getting pressured. And instead of getting the sack, he just threw it up there. That was a bad throw.
with 5 turnovers prior to this one. I'm surprised they were even in the game.
Yep. Well, Giants about to be in victory formation. Let's get out of here, Steph. This game pissed me off. And we won the game.
Right.
Matter of fact, for a win, I'm going to do some stats, people. We won the game, so I got to do stats on a win, even though we didn't want to win. Giants win 31-19. Individual stats. Let's do the Commanders first real quick. Sam Howell, 31 for 45. I told you they throw a lot. 255 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, the worst being that brutal one just now. Brian Robinson Jr., 73 yards on the ground on 17 carries. Brian Robinson is also their leading pass catcher with 7 catches for 58 yards. On defense, see, nothing really they got a lot of sacks. Look at that sack category. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They sacked Tommy DeVito 9 times today. Wow. All right, for the Giants, Tommy DeVito, best game of his career. Salute to him. 18 for 26, 246 yards for 3 touchdowns. Saquon with 83 yards on the ground on 14 carries. No touchdowns, but he made it up in the air with 2 touchdowns on 4 catches for 57 yards. Darius Slayton had one of the best games of his season. And all of that came in the first half. 4 catches for 82 yards and a touchdown. Everybody else, was kind of pedestrian. Xavier McKinney led the team in tackles. Bobby Okereke had a big day. I think he caused 2 fumbles. That category isn't up here. Kayvon had 2 sacks. Dexter Lawrence pretty much clocked the middle. They couldn't block him all day. I actually thought he was going to have more than the 1 sack that he did. But, Kayvon and Sexy Dexy stepped up for us. And Isaiah Simmons didn't start the day, but as you can see, he had to pick 6 to end the game out. So that's the game, people. We won. Giants are 3-8.
Wow.
So any last words, Steph? So the people your schedule next week?
It is. I mean, I guess, you can't expect, like we talk about, you can't expect the players to go out and lose a game. And coaches are also going to coach to win because their job security is dependent on wins too. So exactly. I get it. Right now, I just feel like we need a quarterback. So we just gotta we gotta get it out the mud and go the hard way and give up some draft capital and get it now.
Give a damn about no beating the Washington Commanders. That's great. Look, even Creed, that's a damn shit. We're 8-3. We did all this just to say we were 8-3. 3-8. I'm sorry. Yeah. 3-8. So salute to everybody in the chat. Steph, you want to your schedule next week?
I'm probably gonna go on with Tony. I think he's on now, so I'm gonna hop over there and go on with him for a little bit. Monday is Queen's Court. We're gonna go early because the Knicks play at 8, so we're gonna go at 6:30. Tuesday, we're gonna do the Just Nicking It weekly show on Tuesday night at 9 instead of Thursday because of Thanksgiving. I'm not doing the morning shows because there's a lot going on in my life, but I might do one Saturday morning with Staffer after that Miami game. I think I don't have my training this week. I have some free time, so I may do that. I may do that Saturday with Staffer if he's down. I know, Staffer. I know. Yeah, I missed the morning show. It takes a lot of work for me to prep, but I missed that show already. So I'm getting it together.
I miss it every Saturday, but I always catch the replay because I'm asleep. I ain't gonna lie.
I know.
Salute to y'all for having the morning shows, man. I can't do it on no morning weekend. That's the only time I get to sleep all week.
Yeah, I know.
So salute to everybody in the chat. Dwayne came through, Mega always, Geraldine and Wonder Woman. I made you guys all admins. Kareem, I'm gonna get you too because you be here a lot. I'm gonna make you an admin too. Well, a moderator, I should say. I'm thinking about Facebook being an admin. Right. But yeah, moderator on here. Salute the staffers coming through, the resident Jets fan, know what I'm saying? But he's a big Knicks fan too. Big Knicks fan. Go jump to me on Mitchell Robinson on my own show. You know what I'm saying? I respect it though.
To a rookie or second-year player.
He's 21 years old. So like, what you want me to do? 21 years old. Like when Mitch was 21, and nobody had none of them bars for Mitch at 21. But anyway, salute to everybody that came through. Like, subscribe to the channel, sub, tell whoever as a Giants fan that we be over here chilling, man. So salute to everybody. Thank you again, Steph, for joining us.
Of course.
And we'll
Sorry I was late.
It's all good. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.